You know, we've talked about how college tuition is going up.
Right.
So kids are accruing bills. It makes it all that much more important that everything goes right when they try to get that first job.
Yeah, and there are plenty of graduates who are making just simple mistakes. Some of them are pretty bad, but simple mistakes on their resume and during interviews that really cost them those opportunities. All right, Jeff, explain. You got some advice for us and for the college kids out there?
I always have advice.
We know.
Good advice.
And we always listen.
And here's the other thing. Don't be fooled by the stock market. It looks great, but there aren't a ton of jobs out there, and there's a lot of competition. And you're right, Kiba. College graduates have made plenty of mistakes over the years that have now been well documented, and good for you. You can learn from those mistakes. Now, here is a list of what employers don't like. Typos and spelling errors. If you mess up the slightest word, phrase, or sentence on your resume, a hiring manager may not call you back because they will feel you do not pay attention to detail. Lack of experience. Many college grads wrongly believe that they can get hired just because they've got a diploma. That's not always true. Many employers are now looking for that diploma, but also a specialized certificate, strong internship, or some other type of documented success. Dressing inappropriately. The ADECO survey found that half of the hiring managers found that 18 to 24-year-olds wore things that they shouldn't have during interviews. For ladies, that means open-toed shoes, short skirts, overstated jewelry, and too much makeup. Guys, you are not using the iron enough. Employers don't like the wrinkles on the shirts, and they're seeing a lot of it come through their offices. And here are some things to think about with a resume.
You want to make sure you tailor your resume towards whatever the employer's posting indicates. So you want to make sure that it's, when that employer gets that resume, the top third of that resume shows exactly what they're looking for and what you can bring to that employer.
The other complaints include job seekers not being flexible, in many cases listing demands with schedules and vacation, and being too aggressive with pay expectations and other benefits. Another common complaint from the employers, according to the ADECO survey, 44% said that job seekers show up late for interviews or not at all.
What?
They've got the date, the time wrong.
Oh, man.
They're in bed. That's inexcusable.
It is.
With
I would agree.
a lot of the job interviews I've gone on, and I'll give you some personal advice, I go there about an hour and a half early.
An hour and a half, Jeff?
And I don't go into the lobby. I go to a coffee house or a park nearby. That way, there's no excuse for a flat tire or something along the way. I can just walk over about 10 minutes beforehand and go sit down and go for the interview. That is my advice. Get there early, but don't sit there for too long. Otherwise, you look like you're kind of overdoing it.
Well, when you applied here, we almost called the authorities because we thought we had a stalker. Yeah, it's like, well, who's this guy?
He's just hanging out
around.
outside of the station. Yeah, I know.
With a three-piece suit on.
Yeah, worked out well for you, though, Jeff. Thank you,
Yes, it
sir.
did.
With our culture being as smartphone obsessed as we are,
Why are you looking at me?
because I just said the line, being as smartphone obsessed as we are.
Guilty as charged.
It's pretty amazing to see anybody out there with a pager.
A what?
Yeah, they still have them.
You mean a beeper?
Pager, beeper, whatever you want to call it.
Do they make those?
We don't have them anymore.
All right, well, the reality is, though, hospitals all across the country are spending billions of dollars each year on this, what many call outdated technology.
Jeff Maher, that used to be the way I'd get my news in the morning. I'd wake up and look at my pager and get the headlines and the sports scores.
Yeah, and you also used to use a typewriter and
we used to do a lot of things you're not familiar with, I'm sure.
churn your own milk. I mean, it's crazy back in the day. And you know, I haven't held a pager in my hand since freshman year in high school. I wanted this as a prop for this story, and amazingly enough, there are still employees here at News 10 who use pagers. Yeah. And these pagers are still active. Our directors have pagers, but as far as we can tell, nobody at the station actually has the phone number to these pagers.
Most of us had to turn in our
there.
pagers about 3-4 years ago. Seriously, we did.
Yeah, maybe it's an oversight that I'll let our CEO know about, and
could be.
He'll give me a little bonus for.
Don't hold your breath, buddy.
With hospitals, nurses use it, doctors, ER physicians, and this recent study found that $8 billion is being spent on pagers annually. This survey was done at roughly 600 hospitals. And the reason that they're using them, heavy-duty regulation that exists at hospitals, patient privacy laws have hindered smartphones and better technology from being used in hospitals. HIPAA restricts how a patient's protected health information may be transmitted electronically, and pagers help protect patients from unauthorized access. of their personal medical records. Also, secure text messaging is likely going to replace pagers in hospitals within 2 years. That can be done through personal phones, and it can cut patient discharge time, according to the study, by 50 minutes. And it's also going to allow doctors to spend more time with their patients. Keep in mind, hospital staff is spending 46 minutes per day exchanging information amongst each other with this outdated paging system. And speaking of things that we don't see a lot nowadays, this here is what they used to call a mustache. Hair used to grow above your lip. You just don't see that anymore. And then cell phones. This is actually the second cell phone that I've ever had. Freshman year in high school. You can see how it flips out, how thick it is. And before that, I actually had one of those brick phones, just like this one here. So amazing how things have changed, guys.
Was that picture of you with the mustache?
No, you should know who this is.
Is that Harry Stockman?
That's Harry Stockman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, let me see.
Yeah, okay.
I'll see if I can get that up there a little better.
Boy,
Yeah,
focus,
Harry
focus.
Stockman.
Yeah.
Ah.
Back in the day.
Shucks.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about something. I'm always worried about you being out and about when you're off work. Yeah, I want to make sure you're checking your surroundings for
Such a good guy, isn't
weird
he? He's always
guys
looking
or
out for everyone.
yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm very
okay.
aware.
He's sincere.
I want to know if you would buy this. This is a personal black box for humans, created by University of Massachusetts at Amherst undergrads. You can carry it around wherever you go, and you hit that panic button. Automatically records audio, video that is admissible in court.
What?
Yeah, a lot of
A
the stuff that
personal
is
black box?
a lot of the stuff that you record on your smartphone is not admissible. This actually is, and it's heavily encrypted stuff, so it can't be tampered with afterwards. It was inspired by the
this?
Trayvon Martin case. Well, that's just a a criminal.
You're supposed to carry
someone you need
this
to look
with
out
you?
for.
Like you're supposed to just
I know
carry
that's the
this
thing is
around?
it's kind of clunky. It's kind of
Do I
big.
throw that in my purse?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know, like
Something to think about.
All right.
belt
Well,
clip
thank
or
you,
something?
Jeff. I will
do with
consider
that. All right.
that.
Thank you,
Ashton,
Jeff.
I had
Yes.
something else for you, and I want to get to this. Look at this crazy lightning storm and listen to how quiet it is. There's no thunder. This is coming out of St. Augustine. There was a tornado approaching 30 miles away. The lightning had been flashing nonstop for 30 minutes with no thunder, just absolutely quiet. Can you explain that?
Well, there's thunder somewhere. It's just you can't hear it. You know, you can see the lightning, but you can't hear the thunder because you can't have any lightning strike is going to create some thunder.
Look at it flashing,
but it's
though. It's
cloud, it's
incredible.
cloud
Pretty
to
impressive
cloud
stuff.
lightning, so it's all way above you. You know, none of that's reaching.
We're
the
out
ground.
of time, guys.
Okay.
We're going to
What?
update you on that suspicious package on News 10 Midday.
I had more time. You know, I can tell you.
News 10 is everywhere you want to be.